This is CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and I'm coming to you yet again from Seattle, Washington, in the backyard of the home we're renting here. Today I want to talk to you about the internal work I mentioned in a previous video. I made reference to the witch needing to do internal work before doing a spell casting or magical working, and I really wanted to get into what I mean by internal work and what it would look like and why it's important to do it prior to any spell casting or magical working. So, what is internal work? What do I mean by internal work? Well, internal work means taking the time to know yourself, or for me to know myself, for you as witch to know yourself, to understand why we believe what we believe, feel what we feel, think what we think, do what we do. You know, what is it we feel and why do we feel that way? To recognize when a belief that we have is misaligned with an intention we are looking to manifest for ourselves. You know, I want a new lover. Well, why do I believe I don't deserve a new lover? I want to have children. What is a belief I have that would stop me from having children? These are examples of when, you know, looking at a belief and a want and how it might be misaligned. Shadow work is part of that internal work that is beneficial for the witch to do. You know, taking the time to dissect every part of ourselves, you know, dissecting our personality, the characteristics, the traits that make us who we are, the attributes we manifest, dissecting them, both the positive things, the things that we like about ourselves, the things that society embraces about us, and the things we may not like about ourselves, or the things we'd like to change, or the things that we were told are bad or are not accepted by society or our family. You know, those dark parts of us, the shadowy parts of us, you know, and taking these things, both the light and the dark, and integrating them into the whole of who we are, the totality of us, you know, being comfortable with all aspects of us, you know, illuminating the shadows that are within us and facing them and, you know, either changing them or integrating them and accepting them. That's what shadow work's about. And then practicing self-love, you know, loving ourselves for who we are, the whole totality of who we are. Loving ourselves without conditions. You know, I'll love myself if I just lose 10 more pounds. I'll love myself if I change my hair color. I'll really accept and love myself if I get LASIK surgery so I don't need glasses anymore. I'll love myself if I get bigger boobs. You know, things like that. Loving ourselves without that condition, without any conditions, and valuing ourselves for who we are, sacred beings, a manifestation of divinity, a manifestation of the energy that we're all connected to, a manifestation of Mother Nature herself, of the elements combined into one. You know, loving ourselves because we are those things. We're valuable. That's what practicing self-love is about, right? So these are the things that the knowing oneself, recognizing when a belief that we held no longer is in alignment with what we want or our true will, doing the shadow work, practicing the self-love. This is all the internal work that I mean when I say internal work. So why is this internal work important to the witch? Why is it important for the witch to do this prior to casting a spell or doing a magical working? Well, it's important to do this internal work because understanding how my energy interacts and merges with the energy of my environment, whether that's the natural world around me or whether it's the man-made constructs, the buildings, the homes, understanding how my energy interacts with that, understanding how my energy interacts with other people's energy, of other things, of, wildlife, my pets, understanding how all that interacts and merges will enable me to manipulate that energy better. Recognizing what works and merges and aligns with me and what doesn't will enable me to manifest my intentions through my witchcraft better, because then I'll know when is a better time for me to do magic, when or where my spell work is more successful. Because, maybe working here in the backyard with this wonderful pear tree, maybe the energy of this pear tree works and merges with my energy better than the pine trees in the front yard. Understanding that it kind of all flows into the idea of correspondences too. So recognizing how my energy interacts and merges with things and people will help me manifest successfully. So knowing is important, right? If what I'm looking to manifest, if what I want is in direct opposition with what I believe or what I feel or what I think, then my intention will not manifest, or maybe it won't manifest in the way that I would like it to or want it to, because maybe there are obstacles in the way, in the path, from the thought to the physical. Because if what I believe and feel and think is not what I'm looking to manifest, there's these giant obstacles, this resistance. So knowing what I think, feel, and believe and where those thoughts, feelings originate from will help me to determine if my intention is in alignment with what I believe. Doing this internal work will allow the witch to build the momentum of power that is required for propelling that intention towards manifestation. Some instances may require more power, so I would need to build more momentum, more power to get that intention to manifest. When I do this internal work, these situations will be more easily recognized, allowing me to use my power in more effective ways. If I can recognize that there is an obstacle, if I can see the resistance or understand that there's resistance there, then I can work through that resistance or rethink the spell so that then I can manifest my intention, my desire, my want. Once I have the understanding, I can surround myself with the vibrations of what I want and remove that resistance that I'm holding in my thoughts and my feelings and my belief, because I've gotten rid of the resistance. Because Magic is like electricity, and it will take the path of least resistance. So removing the resistance or lessening the resistance will help my spell or my magical working to manifest more successfully. And I'll be able to use my energy in more effective ways. What does doing internal work, what does that look like? So what's an example of this, right? So for example, I want more money. Maybe I want more money to buy a new car. Maybe I want more money to pay some overdue bills. Maybe I want more money so I can move to a better place, a bigger apartment, a nicer home, a better neighborhood. But I want more money. But thinking about my relationship with money, I know I have some thoughts that might not be helpful in this situation. I can't help but think that money is the root of all evil, and I don't want to be evil. Or maybe I have been taught that money can't buy happiness. So these things, these beliefs, are in direct opposition to me wanting more money. If I want to be good, then I can't have more money because money is the root of all evil. If I believe that money can't buy happiness, but I think moving into a better neighborhood or having a better car or a nicer car or bigger home, that's not going to bring me happiness. So the money won't bring me happiness. So this new home won't bring me happiness. So there's these contradicting beliefs here. Maybe I also hold the belief that altruism is a good thing. Maybe self-sacrificing is good and I want to be good. So we have a contradiction here. So I sit and I contemplate why I believe the things I believe, why I feel that money is the root of all evil. And this is shadow working, right? This is looking at these beliefs and dissecting these beliefs and these feelings and these negative connotations I have in regards to money. Who or what has led me to believe these things? Why do I believe these things? And looking to readjust my feelings and my thinking surrounding the concept of money. Then I would then think about how I would feel if I had more money. How would I feel if I lived in a nicer apartment or a bigger house? How would I feel driving a new car? Thinking about these feelings and really feeling the emotions that these things would bring me may be able to shift my vibration. What would it feel like paying all those overdue bills that I had? Would I be happy? In that sense, would the money in this instance bring me a sense of happiness? Doing that is doing the internal work. And really, in the end, even if after all this internal work is done, I'm still unable to align myself with my intention of getting more money, then I can rethink the spell or magical working and find a different way to bring me what I want. Maybe not getting money, but looking on ways to get a new car, or finding ways in which I can pay my overdue bills. Maybe that isn't the direction I should go. But I wouldn't know that if I didn't do the internal work first. Doing the internal work is essential for the witch, in my belief. So what are your thoughts on internal working and why it might not be important? I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, I love you. Blessed be. Mwah.